Okay, it's a couple minutes past 1. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining our webinar. As usual, if you've attended our previous webinars, you'll know that I'll be sending out an email following up with a video recording of this webinar. I'd like to welcome everybody to the third webinar in our series. We're very excited to be launching our COVID-19 survey feature. It's live in our production environment right now and available within our demo app. My name is Rich Wicklund. I'm the CEO here at BenefitsApp. I have Nancy McCarthy supporting me on this call or this presentation as well. Nancy is our VP of Operations.
Hi, how is everyone?
So we're going to go through, for those that have not participated in our prior ones, a little bit of redundancy here, but we'll go quickly through some of our earlier presentation, and then we'll get into show you the demo, show you the back-end human resource officer portal, bring some comments to you that we've heard from clients that have been working with the product, and then talk about how to get started and next steps for those of you who would like to proceed. So with that, we'll get started. If you have any questions, please enter them into the chat window, and we will do our best to respond either during the presentation or at the end of the presentation. So benefits made mobile or benefits made easy. The BenefitsApp bridges the communication gap between open enrollment and when employees need access to their benefits throughout the year. Our COVID-19 health screening survey is something that we have developed in real time over the last 2 weeks or so with existing clients and have made it available within our product starting this week. So we're very excited about that, and thank you for joining to learning more about this. So part of what we learned is that employees need a convenient tool that is self-reporting of their health status. It needs to be sustainable and repeatable and reliable, really, for the human resource team, so that they know it's happening every day or as often as they would like to define. Employees need guidelines. We have used the CDC guidelines, which are evolving, but have used those guidelines to define our product and solution offering. What we can do is tune those guidelines to employer needs, and I'll speak about that a little later on in the presentation. It must be HIPAA compliant. Everything we do is HIPAA compliant. Our staff is HIPAA certified. Our platform is HIPAA compliant, HIPAA certified as well, and we can make that information available to you. It should be visible with a clear direction. There should be a dashboard view of employee data, which is the human resource officer portal that we will show you a view of. There must be ability to follow up with an employee directly, and then it must be supported, highly available, and secure. So to that point, back up here slide, our platform is based on the Salesforce Force.com platform. It's a global platform. Our app is available on the app stores globally in every nation. It's highly secure, highly available, and highly redundant. And so you can be assured that anyone in the world can have access to this platform. And they do. We have clients who are global clients. The user experience is a secure. When you download the app from the app stores, you securely register. It's a two-factor authentication. When you register, you use a company code and then an employee ID if we are provided a census. Once you register, you're given a code by text, which you enter into a field, and then that allows you access to log in. Once you log in, most phones these days will either use face recognition or will remember your password, so you have access to the Benefits app. Within the Benefits app, you have quick links, access to your benefits and other content, as well as now the COVID-19 survey. We have other core features, which are scan your ID cards, human resource calendars, click to call your plan administrator or human resource contact, any other data that you would like to provide within the Benefits app. We have access to benefits guides, and then your profile information relative to your census. In addition to that, we now have added our COVID-19 survey. Some of our clients have asked if we can just start with the COVID-19 survey, and we absolutely can. The Benefits app is customized to meet each client's needs. So you can start with the survey and then add your benefits as you get into your open enrollment period, whenever that might be throughout the year. and it's very customizable. When you work with us, we offer full service. So we will assign an engagement manager to you. And Nancy will get into this a little bit more towards the end of the presentation. The Benefits app is available, as I said, globally from the app stores. We have global clients. When we're provided a census file, each census file has a row for each one of your employees. It may have multiple rows depending on your HRIS system, but each row represents your employee and the benefit that they are provided. So we attach an employee to a benefit plan, and we also can customize it by location and language. So what that means is that if I am in the US and let's say I'm in the Mid-Atlantic at an office in Baltimore where we are located, as an employee, my plan is associated with my location, my specific plan. So we may have 3 different plans, an executive plan, a salaried, and a non-salaried. And so I might get the Baltimore salaried English language plan. And so if you can imagine, if you are in London, you would get the London salaried or executive or non-salaried plan in English. If you're in Spain, you would get that location, the plans for that region, and that, in Spanish. All of this is defined by your census file if that information is available and provided. That said, if we also offer the ability for an employee to choose a language. So in the US, we have several clients that have both English and Spanish speaking employees. And so the employee, when they enter, can actually say their preferences in a different language other than English, and the app can accommodate that. So it is a global reach, but with an individual focus. Everyone gets a personalized benefit app. With the COVID-19 health screening tool, we start with a push notification. Again, globally, push notifications are sent. They can be in different languages based on your region, and all the push notifications are sent per the user's local time zone, and that is defined by your phone. So for instance, if I am on the East Coast in Baltimore, Maryland, again, where we are headquartered, my push notification might show up at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in my local time zone. That notification will prompt me to take my COVID-19 health survey. Again, as your company, you may say you want an employee to take the survey every day. You may want them to take it once a week. We can modify this to meet your specific needs. They click on that link. It's a deep link right into the app. It will launch the app. It'll take them right to the health survey page. Within the health survey page, we have content that describes how to take the survey, a link to take the survey, and then a description of the statuses that result from the survey. So you may have a green status, which means good to go, you're healthy, come to work. A yellow status, which is monitor your symptoms, and then red statuses, which are either a level 1 or 2. And in fact, we've further defined that's a red status 3, red status 14. Red status 3 per CDC instructions is stay at home or isolate for 3 days. Red status 14 is isolate for 14 days. All of these instructions can be specifically defined by the employer. And so your company may say that if you have a yellow status, please come to the office and we will check your temperature and engage you at the office and determine whether you should stay at work or go home. All of these things can be customized to your particular office. And again, that can be customized at the plan level, which means that it can be specific to a region, a plan, and then to a language. So it can all be customized to meet your specific needs. At the end of the day, you're giving your employees guidelines and a recommendation, so there's no guesswork. Together with that, we also have Touch Care, which was on our second webinar. And with Touch Care Shield, it closes the loop. So many of our clients have said, hey, if I have 1,000 employees and 10% of them are red or yellow, what do I do next? Well, within the Benefits app, and I'll show you this, we can close the loop with Touch Care Shield, where you can click a button and reach out to a TouchCare advocate who will then ask you further questions and further help you to either get COVID-19 screening, antibody screening test, or get support insofar as your next steps, insofar as medical consultations. This can be something that is, you get a red score and you can immediately have a link to click to call or click to email your TouchCare advocate, or there can be a comprehensive program where there's outreach to those employees that get a yellow or a red. Again, it's all defined by by your company needs, and can be defined by region, and I believe by plan level. So that's with TouchCare. That's in place today as well. In the back end, we've had many clients say, okay, well, how do I get access to this information? With the COVID-19 screening product, as well as in BenefitsApp in general, but with COVID-19, you will have access to an HR portal. So you will be given a specific login to our back-end engine where you can go in at any time and see a report of all the screening surveys that have been submitted by your employees. You could see this over time and by specific date. You can drill down into the survey of the employee, and then you can make notes and comments there. We had one client, and again, this is something that is evolving, that asked, is there a way to do contact tracing with this? And so we will be adding into this portal within the next few days the ability to create the relationships feature within our platform, so that you can relate one employee to another if they've been in contact. So more to come on that. That's a very exciting concept and something that we feel we can deliver rapidly for those clients that would like that feature. So if I come down with COVID-19, I can alert my employer that I have the virus. And through discussion with my human resource officer, I can say, gee, I had a meeting with Nancy, or I had a meeting with Maddie. And then you can determine internally how you would like to follow up with that with your other employees. So more to come on that. With that, I'd like to give an online demonstration, live demonstration. So I'm going to pull my phone up here, and I'm already in the app, but I'll go ahead and log out, and so that you can see it from the beginning. So BenefitsApp, you could download BenefitsApp at any time from the app stores. It's a bright logo, and it's easy. It's an easy name to share with your employees. Download BenefitsApp. When I launch the app, it does face recognition. I'm already registered, and you'll see immediately that there's the L1. So I'm at level 1 green. That means that I took the survey already, and I have a green status, which means I'm good to go, and I'll go to the office. As I scroll down here, some of the standard features within the app would be, say, a content feature where you can have a letter from your CEO, for instance. Contact your plan administrator as plan administrator or HR contact, their information, their contact information with click to email, click to call features, as well as contact your plan administrator. This is a HIPAA compliant form that you can upload a document with, and so that's a nice feature. We have my ID cards, so you can scan your ID cards, your family's ID cards. We have a national calendar that you can access and then add certain days to your personal calendar. And then further, we have our COVID-19. So this is a live app. This is within our demo app that you can download off the app stores today. There's survey instructions that explain how your company would like your employees to take the survey. Once again, if in a global environment, this could all be in Spanish, or this could be in French or any other language. And it's all determined by who I am. So if I look at my profile, I am Rich Wickland, and so my profile is aligned with my plan that has that's specific to my office and my region. If you have any questions about that, please let us know, and we could schedule a second demo about that. When I go into, say, a benefit guide, I see my benefits, and I can have the context of my benefits right there within the app. I'm hitting the home button to get back. When I go to the COVID-19 section, I have my green status, I have my yellow status. And again, this is where for your company, If your employees get yellow, you can say stay home. Or if they're essential workers, you can indicate they should come to the office, report to a certain office to be screened in person at the office, or whatever you would like to do. Further, I could take my survey. So when I take the survey now, again, this is live in our production environment. You've got 7 questions where you answer your questions. So I might say yes to the first one, I have a fever. And then I might say no for the further ones. By the way, the CDC has a short survey now as well. It's only 2 questions. We can deliver both this long survey or the short survey for your company, depending on what your needs are. And again, that can vary per region. If other regions have different surveys, obviously. But when I hit submit, because I have a fever, I am at a level 3, red level 3, which would be my indication that I should stay home for 3 days. So I would go back here, read my instructions on what level 3 indicates. Okay. And so that is that. And when I log back in, you'll notice now that my name has an L3 visible right within the Benefits app. Now, a few things could happen here. I could click on my TouchCare icon and call my TouchCare advocate for support. Maybe I would like to get antibody screening or see my doctor. I can email them or I can log into TouchCare. Again, they're our partner and they can provide that service to you as an integrated approach. And so the other thing that I'll tell you is that depending on your score, if you're green and you would like us to push a notification to your employees each morning to take their survey to remind them, we can do that. If they are a red 3, obviously you probably would not want to ask them to take a survey again for 3 more days. So at level 3, in this instance, you would not get a push notification until 3 days from today, at which point you would be reminded to take the survey. Now, if things have gone if you're not available to take the survey at that point, the next day you will continue to get that survey push notification until you take the survey again. Let's say you take it again and now you're a level 3 again or a level 14, then it would advance the push. So we have it so that it's smart so it doesn't bother people too much. So that's an example of that. I'm going to jump out of here just briefly. And I'll just show you a quick view of the portal that's active in the background. So this is a secure login to our Force.com client portal, which is driving our system. And so you can see that over time, you'll have certain levels. You will then be able to drill into these levels by date. You'll be able to go in and see the employee that it's related to, and you can make notes, add tasks, call them, and then further, we don't have this feature yet, but we'll be developing it as under related. You will be able to go in there and relate this contact to other employees they may have been in contact with, and at your option, alert those employees that they may have been exposed to COVID-19. So that will be a feature that we'll be rolling out, next week, and again, might be the object of a future webinar. So that is our back-end reporting system, and it will be available for any our clients today and going forward. Back to our presentation. I'd like to have Nancy make some comments now. Nancy, I assume you're still there on our next steps. So please take it away, and I'll try to be
great. And I just kind of go through quickly, the implementation and timeframes. Where do we go from here? And basically, we're very quick to market. From the time we get assigned an agreement, we will assign you a contact engagement manager, and that person can work with your human resources team or your benefit administrator. And basically, the first thing we do is we send you a checklist, a benefit guide checklist. So if we go to the next page.
Yep.
Sorry. So this is kind of lays out the checklist, and this is a great way to get started. It helps the benefit engagement manager work with your team to develop exactly what it is you want within your app. And if you look on the left-hand side, you can see there's things like benefit information. And generally, we start with your benefit guide, and we break that out into medical, dental, vision, income protection. And we put all of these into the app. And we also obviously have the COVID-19 survey, and we have core features such as like contact your plan administrator. And so this is the point where we're gathering all that information, working with the HR team to get all that information. We also have optional features. Rich talked about touch care. We also have a digital signature tool. And then we have client-specific features such as your employee handbook, if you wanted to include something like that. Also, Rich showed a national calendar earlier. If you have an HR calendar that you would like to include, we can include something like that too. So basically, you work with your engagement manager to collect all of that information, and then we pull it all together into the app. And one of the things we've mentioned earlier is if you only want to do the COVID part today, we can do the COVID part today, and you can just have that icon on your app. And then if you do benefits, open enrollment, let's say in the fall, we can add the rest of the information at that time. To do the COVID, it's probably a week, it's very quick. To have the rest of the information, your benefit information's, closer to 2 weeks, takes a little bit longer. So once we have all the information, we then go through an HR review process, go through, make sure we have all changes, everything's what you're looking for. You guys would then send us a census file, which Rich talked about. That gives us the ability to match each employee with the correct plan. And then once we do that, we also help you with engagement. One of the keys is we want to make sure your employees are using the tool. So we really want to drive employee adoption. So we'll send emails to your employees. We also have physical rack cards available that we can put in a break room, and then also posters that are in a PDF format. So generally, that will help push this out to all your employees. And then next we would do push messages also throughout the year. And an example of a push message might be if you want to let everyone know you have a company picnic coming up, you could send out a push message to that effect. Or if you have open enrollment is starting on January 1, you can send that message out. So we can send out different push messages to all your employees. And then next we also have unlimited updates. So let's say during the middle of the year, you change your vision provider or something changes within your benefits. That's pretty much instantaneous. If you send that to your engagement manager, they can update the app and it updates immediately. So that's an extremely quick process. And then lastly, we also offer end user support for registration. So, once we push this email out, let's say you have an employee who maybe struggles with downloading the app or has some trouble. We have support for that. We have a 1-800 number. You can submit a case, and also we have a video available that you can show to your employees that really helps them understand exactly how to download the app, which is actually very easy, but sometimes people run into a little difficulty. So that's really how we go about getting started.
Thanks, Nancy.
Turn it back to Rich.
Just to reflect some of those points, we do offer full service. Any updates throughout the year can be provided for you as part of our annual subscription fee. We have specifications on the census file. We're currently integrated with several HRS systems. Some notable would be bSwift or Health Navigator. And so just ask us, you can reach out to us individually on those if you have questions. And we are developing a portion of our website at BenefitsApp.com where you can watch videos on certain tutorials, how to download the app, how to register, and etc. Finishing up here, I just want to run through again our feature roadmap. Our COVID-19 check-in is live. Our touch care support is available immediately. Their onboarding is typically within 7 days. Our digital signature tool, which we did not demonstrate today, but we're happy to show you individually, is essentially an online, or within the app, you sign a digital signature contract with your finger. This could be used for acknowledgement of reading the employee handbook, or if you have certain policy documents, it's easy for those to happen within the Benefits app. very excited about these features that we're rolling out today. We are also excited about our agreement that we've just signed with MeMD for urgent care and talk therapy. We expect the talk therapy feature to be available this summer, and they have a men's health, women's health, and a teen health product where you can speak with a therapist at any given time. It would be click to call and speak with a therapist right from the Benefits app, a really nice feature, especially as people are coming out of this crazy time that we're in and dealing with certain stresses. Further, we're also excited about an agreement that we're negotiating with a company called Human API. By the fall, we will have Benefits app integrated with 300 plus wearables with Epic and the MyChart solution, as well as different labs like Quest and LabCorp. Very interesting integration with them. Employee would be able to go into an integration feature and say, yeah, connect my Fitbit or connect my Apple Watch or my Google device or my iHome, iHealth product. And then within that, they can say, if it's my Fitbit, yeah, put my steps in here and put my heart rate in here. And what that does is the employee will be able to authorize Benefits app, and you, our client, the human resource team and the customer, to have access to that data. And so if you have let's say you have a challenge for you have a challenge of doing a certain number of steps per month. For those using Fitbits or wearables, we'll be able to track that within the Benefits app for you, and it would be available to you again within your human resource portal. So very excited about this opportunity with those folks, and looking forward to sharing that with everybody as it comes about. If you have any more information, please contact Benefits app. You can reach us at sales@benefitsapp.com. Or call our 800 number that's on the website. And with that, I'd like to see if there are any questions. Seems that we do have, one second. We do have, again, a question about regional access. So as a case study, we have one company, a client that owns large hotels in 5 different regions in the US and Canada. And within each hotel, they have, I think, 3 or 4 different plan levels. And so we get a census from their broker of record once a week that I believe comes out of Health Navigator. What it shows us is every employee, every eligible member, so that's employees as well as their spouses. So any eligible member can download the Benefits app and register the company code and their specific user ID. So my spouse, my wife, can also download Benefits app and register to use the product and have access like I do and see my name and our other family members. When they download it, depending on where my region is and my plan level, according to that census file, that is the plan, the information, and the language that I receive at that time. So I have another question. Hopefully I answered that question adequately. If not, please ask another question. So another question. So what is the cost of applications using what is the cost of the application if just using the survey globally? So we have an annual subscription cost. The annual subscription cost is based on the number of employees that you have and the number of plans that you have. And so we have a baseline. Our product is actually offered in 3 different levels. And it is specific to each employer. So I'll have to reach out to this person with more information, but we have a small group product for those employees with less than 50 employees, and a very basic 1 plan. So usually small groups have 1 plan. We have an enterprise product, which is for employers with more than 50 eligible members. And it's a fixed annual cost for access to 1 plan that can be displayed in multiple languages. And then we have our census product. So our census product is one annual fee plus that accounts for multiple plans. There's a production fee per plan. And then there's above 1,000 employees, there's a PEPM fee to cover those users. So for those that are interested, I can share specifics once I learn more about your needs as well as our ability to get a census. So I'll reach out to you for that. I will say that across the board, our clients feel this is a tremendous value. We're much less expensive than our competing solutions out there, and we feel we've got a great position in the market. So I will reach out in particular on costs for the person that asked that question. And again, if anyone is interested in learning more about specific costs for your organization, just reach out to sales@benefitsapp.com. That's an email that comes to myself personally as well as our sales organization, and we will come back to you very quickly with our pricing. I don't see any other questions. I will again reach out to the individual that asked that question. I hope everybody has a safe weekend, and hope your employees are doing well. And we look forward to supporting you with the Benefits app either soon or sometime in the future. So thank you very much, and we'll be signing off.